Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a 10-minute tutorials. I haven't done one of these in a while. Pretty excited about this one. This one has been around for a long time, but it's something that I don't think many people utilize or understand when they need to utilize, because a lot of my CTFs and things like that don't use these type of emulators. So let's go ahead and hop into it. If you guys like this content, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I'm sorry I don't feel good, so if I'm coughing, sneezing, whatever, just ignore it, I guess. Anyway, thank you guys for the support. Let's get into it. So this is Terminator. If you guys have never heard of T-Mux, Terminator, any of these, they're shell emulators. So what they are, they're terminal emulators. So what they are is they're actually creating a terminal for you like this, but they're making it a little bit easier. So I'll show you what I mean. So the first thing I'm going to do is type Terminator, and I'm going to put an ampersand at the end. So if you don't have it installed, go ahead and just say sudo apt install Terminator, right? And then that'll install it. Mine's already installed. Now I'm just going to say Terminator, but I'm going to put an ampersand at the end. I'm doing this so that it runs in the background and I don't lose this terminal. Okay, see, it ran in the background. I can still use this terminal if I want. So we make this big, right? So you can see we have these different, it looks like the same thing, right? So we can go ahead and make this bigger so you can see it. We can still do everything. We can still do pretty much everything we want to. Now the only difference is, if you look, sorry guys, I'm not feeling so hot like I said, but if you look, the only difference is here with the terminal page, we can actually split this up. So before, let's go back to the regular terminal. If I want to, I can say open a new tab, and that opens a new tab up here. And those are fairly easy to work with. But what happens when you're doing multiple different things at once, right? Like this is where you don't see it all the time in a CTF, because you might be running an nmap scan, okay, fine, but then you're doing something over here, fine. Those can go in the background and that's fine. But what happens when you're doing, for instance, teaching, right? There's a lot of times where I'm showing an attack box here and a attacker here, right? But they're not the same, and you need to be able to show that they're separate. So all you gotta do here is you can say Control-Shift-E, and look at that. Now we have two. Now what if I wanted to take this one and say Control-Shift-O, Control-Shift-O, look at that. And they're all separate. So now we can make these bigger. So you can see I can actually run these all differently. Right? I can say netcat listener lvnp 1234. So now that's listening on the 1234. And then I can go over here and say netcat 127.0.0.1. Oh, I typed that wrong. All right. Okay, and then I can say 1234, and then we can see. Okay, you can see, hello, look at that, directly back and forth, we can see it, right? So that's where it's actually helping a lot, because we can actually demonstrate what we're looking at. Now, some of you may say, okay, that's great that for a teacher, what would I do this for, right? Well, what if you're doing certain requests on this side, and you have results over here that you want to keep up? Or what if, you know, there's millions of reasons why this might come into play. And you can see here, you can actually, if you don't want to use the GitHub shortcut, which I'll have the GitHub in the description, if you don't use the GitHub shortcuts, like Control-O or Control-E to horizontal or whatever, you can actually just go here and say split it, insert numbers. So like, let's insert a number here. So there, we inserted a terminal number. Let's do it again. Okay, I don't know, that I thought that was going to do something different. It's not doing what I thought it was going to do. That's all right. So now you can see it lights up red for one, which is really nice. That tells you which one you're in. You can change all that. You can go to preferences, background, make it whatever you want. You can change these colors, right? So you can change the colors, you can change the profiles, you can change everything just like a regular emulator, excuse me. But you have all four. Now, there's more capabilities in this. I'm showing you guys the bare basics, and that's because I want you guys to download this. I want you guys to use it. This is so nice when doing a CTF. Let's say you're doing a CTF where the CTF has multiple boxes that you have to pivot to, right? So for instance, this machine over here is our original box, right? This machine On the left is our original box. We attack the box over here, and we say, we got a shell, right? And then we're going to pivot using this box. So this is our original attack box, but we're going to send the commands over here. We can demonstrate that without having to actually have it in the background and all that stuff. We can literally watch it go across here, over here, and into this box over here. So this is a huge, huge benefit if you have multiple shells on machines, especially if you're doing a real pen test and you need to get like a screenshot of the whole attack, or you need to see that you're actually pivoting correctly, because this can demonstrate all that for you. So there's so many ways that this comes in handy, and I've avoided doing these, and that's only because I don't use them a lot on CTFs, so I didn't want people to be like, well, you say to use this, but you never use it on anything, which is true. But I do use these, and to show you that I use these, I actually went to install it, and it was already installed. That shows you that it's, I've already used it. So, but the big takeaway here is that using these on a real pen test helps you out a lot, saves you a lot of time. How many times have you guys ran an in-map scan, and then even on CTFs I do this, I'll run an in-map scan, and then I'll background it, and I'll pull it back to the foreground and look at it and be like, okay, so that port was opened. You don't have to do that anymore. You can have this completely wide open. And look, let's say I wanted the in-map scan results right there, and then, whoops, and then I can just be over here working. Port 22 is open, got it. That's kind of the nice part about this. So you can do all kinds of stuff with this, mess around with it. This was actually created years and years ago, but it got kind of end of life, and then somebody took it over and rebuilt it. So I'm actually pretty stoked about it that someone kept it going, because otherwise it would have just died. So I'm actually really glad they did. But this is something easy. Terminator, super easy. There's T-Mux, there's Terminator, there's all kinds of them. They're just terminal emulators. They all can do different things. This is the very lightweight, simple one. This is just gonna, boom, you can take your terminals, split them up, do whatever you need to do with them. There is more complex stuff, but the reality is this is really all you need to do with it. There isn't a whole lot, excuse me, that you need to do with it. This is pretty easy, pretty simple, nothing to it, but works great. Does exactly what you need to do. You don't have to worry about reliability, anything like that. That's why I choose this one. I know some people like other ones. Use whatever one you like. Just make sure that you're using them if you want to be productive in the future. Now, if you don't like doing them, don't feel like you have to, because that's one thing I noticed too. Some people do things a certain way, and some people say, I don't want to use those. Then don't use them if you don't want to use it. So just know they exist. Check them out if you want to. Don't feel obligated. Don't feel like you have to just because somebody used them. And I will give a shout out to Network Chuck, because I actually saw him post a T-Mux video, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that, but I saw him post something like that, and it gave me the idea. I was like, well, if people are interested, because I saw it had a lot of views, I thought if people are interested in terminal emulators, then sure, I'll show them Terminator. He did T-Mux. T-Mux is great. Terminator's great. This one's just very lightweight, simple, easy to use. So that's why I like it. I'm not a big fancy guy. I don't like using tools that have all the bells and whistles. I like things that just do what I need it to do. And I'm very a lightweight guy. I don't carry around a bunch of tools all the time. So hopefully you guys like this. And this was a good video for me because I've had a really rough week with sickness. So I wanted to get something out to you guys, but I don't think I could have actually talked for an hour on like a walkthrough or something. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully I feel better later in the week. We can get a longer video out for you guys. So thank you.